Hey everyone, welcome to Walks with Moss. Today Bella and I are at Big Creek Campground. I don't normally advertise where I go, but may as well because this place is always so crowded. But it's raining, so hopefully we'll get some solitude up here today. Bella's down here on the floor, just waiting to get out and go. So, let's do this. Bella, you ready to go on a hike? Yes, you are. In the off season, this walk starts at the outer gate because the campground is closed. And you just catch the trail right up here. You can also catch the trail at the picnic shelter. And there's another spot to catch the trail where you can avoid crossing the creek. It saves a little bit of mileage. And then there's another spot further up, which used to be semi-secret, but it isn't anymore. So here we go. I think there used to be a bridge right here, but they replaced it with another bridge several years ago. Yeah, buddy. Bella says, don't stop, let's go. Here's where we need to be. We're gonna go for the upper Big Creek loop, this direction here. We've made it to the new bridge. I wonder if it still smells. So we're headed up towards Mount Eleanor on this trail. And here's the new, not so new bridge. I'm not smelling it. Yay, maybe? Oh no, I can smell it. I guess this bridge is just always going to smell. It smells like creosote. It's already had some damage. This is Big Creek, and the date is February 6, 2024. And so far, it's looking like it's not going to be too crowded up here, which is great. This is my closest to home hike that is on an actual trail. And I need to start getting out on the actual trails more instead of just walking on the logging roads. So we've made it to the other trail entrance right here. If you just drive across the Big Creek Bridge and park, you'll find this trail here. And this cuts, I think, about a mile off the hike. And if I'm tired on the way back, I will just go down that way instead of snaking all the way down through the campground. I am so out of shape. I'm just gonna take a rest here while Bella crashes through the woods way down there. She doesn't need a rest. She's in better shape than me. She's getting her exercise today, that's for sure. We're 1.5 miles to 2 miles up the trail now, and we've come to the other entrance to this trail system right there. Used to be hardly anybody knew about it. Now every time I drive past it, someone's parked there, so it's no secret anymore. If you're just in a hurry to get up Mount Eleanor, this would be the route to take. It's not marked in any way, and there's only a couple parking spots. But it's a good way to cut 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles off the hike, and you don't have to pay to park down there. But same with the other road entrance near the bridge. You don't have to pay to park there either. I can still hear car noises, plus an airplane. Oh, and I got some good news to report too. I mentioned it on my last vlog, but made an offer on a house. The seller's counter offered and we came to an agreement. So we're starting the process. Inspection is going to be this week. It's going to be a really busy time though, because me buying the other house is contingent on me selling my house. So I got to sell my house. I have to enter into a contract within 25 days. Ugh, being rushed. I've still got 3 more rooms in my house to photograph, and then I'll have the photography part done. Not sure when the inspection is going to be yet. Today is Tuesday. It's got to be this week. So fingers crossed. I'm buying a mobile home, and the last time I had a mobile home, rodents could get up under the skirting and into the insulation. It was awful. I hope this home doesn't have that same issue, because if it does, I'm not going to be able to afford to get it fixed, because I'm spending most of what I have, leaving myself very little cushion to buy this property. So fingers crossed I can sell my house for a lot and there aren't too many problems with it, and fingers crossed that there aren't a bunch of problems with the house I'm buying. The house I'm buying has almost no storage space, so I'm going to have to buy cupboards. There's no storage space whatsoever in the master bathroom. How strange is that? So I'm going to have to get some cupboards and a medicine cabinet. There's some things I'm going to have to do. Even though the mobile I'm looking at has all new everything, there's still some things I'm going to have to do to make it livable. For one thing, there's no closets other than in the bedrooms. So it's like, okay, where am I going to store the vacuum cleaner, the dog food, the broom? Because there's no closets. I'm going to have a closet and a pantry built. That's all there is to it if I'm going to make this house livable. But the good news is, this house, mobile home, is on 13 acres with a beaver pond. And I bet there's fish in there. And there's going to be a beautiful view. Because almost the entire property is beaver pond, the price is pretty reasonable for 13 acres. Taxes shouldn't be too bad either. So I'm going to try to keep churning out the videos. I don't want to drive myself crazy spending all my time dealing with buying and selling the house. But it's going to get busy. So here's Dick's Rock. No comment. I think they should have named it Richard's Rock, though. That's my only comment. Well, maybe there's just no good thing to name that. Maybe it should have been Richard's Boulder. I don't know. It's a conundrum. So this is kind of my least favorite section of the trail because it's just straight uphill. It's up an old logging grade. It's old enough though that it's still got nice trees all around it. But there's no denying the fact that I'm just huffing and puffing up an old, steep logging road. Here's some coral mushrooms. They look like they're not even too far gone to pick. Cool. Here is a very welcome bench. I'm going to sit here for a bit and drink some water. I'm really huffing and puffing. Oh, I've got to lose weight. I should lose some weight today because I haven't had breakfast and lunch isn't going to be very big. And we're going to get a lot of exercise out here today. So let's just sit down, have a sip of water, catch our breath. While I'm sitting here catching my breath, I'm going to practice some Spanish. Rafael, is the party on Sunday? Rafael, la festiva es el domingo. Festiva. No, I said something wrong. Rafael, la festiva es el domingo. What did I get wrong? Oh, fiesta, not festiva. Ah, I'm making progress though. Slowly learning Spanish. I'm starting to get cold now, so one more sentence in Spanish and I'm off.
Buenas noches, señorita Sánchez.
Buenas noches, señorita Sanchez. Señorita. All right, good night, Miss Sanchez. You ready, ain't ya? Bad news. There's a couple on the trail and they're taking the same route as me. Man, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I never ever ran into anyone on this particular route. But now, every time there's someone here, even in the rain on a weekday, I sure miss those days of complete solitude I used to get in the Olympics. They're just long gone unless I want to go off trail or walk up a logging road. Hopefully they're going to hike faster than me and I won't see them again until they turn around. They look like they probably move kind of slow, but I'm probably even slower, so. But if we hike at a similar rate, then it'll be a nuisance because I'll just keep seeing them and not get any solitude and not get to recharge. So fingers crossed that we don't see much of them. More bad news. They're hiking at about the same pace as me, so I bet we're gonna leapfrog. They're taking a break and I'll bet you they start moving again right before I pass them. Oh, that's gonna suck if that's what happens. Hey, how far up are you going?
Oh, we're debating.
Yeah. Hey, they were actually really cool people. And I think they're turning around, which is also very cool. I don't think I'll be leapfrogging with them. They feel the same as me. They're old timers to the Olympics and they're shocked at how crowded it's gotten. They don't go to Mount Rose anymore either because it's so crowded now compared to what it used to be. I got water down at Big Creek and I thought I was being silly because surely there'd be water up here with as wet as it's been, but there isn't. So I did right to get water up at Big Creek. Not too many more switchbacks and then we'll be up into the old growth. I don't know if we're going to get up in the snow today or not. We seem to be having a mild winter after having a brief cold snap. Now it's pretty mild. This is a spot where the trail intersects an old logging road. And there's often snow here this time of year. I don't know if we'll get up high enough to see snow today. There's a little bit of witch's butter. It's getting pretty slimy. I think it's done. Yeah, it's about to drop down. Yeah, it's done. That reminds me, I do have a spot where I can find hedgehogs this time of year. Maybe I should go there next week. So, we're getting really close to being up in the old growth. Actually, there's a little bit of old growth here. We've hit the Douglas fir line. Now we're in the hemlocks. There's still a few stumps here and there. But yeah, we've actually made it to the old growth. Yay for old growth. I've made it to the overlook, and I feel like stopping here because I'm puffed. But I think I'm going to push onward. For one reason, there's no view. And for another, up there is my favorite forest in the world. So I think I'll push on up there at least a little ways. Maybe pitch my tarp and have a cup of coffee. I'm just getting rained on right here anyway. So I'll just take a few more minutes to catch my breath and get moving. I left the overlook just in time. There's someone else headed for the overlook that just passed me. So here we are, up into the really cool old growth. And I like it when it's foggy up here. It's just so surreal and peaceful. I'm hearing a lot of noise today though. I think it's airplanes. Usually it's just a little bit quieter up here. I'm seeing a few winter chanterelles up here. Enough that I will try to remember to pick them on the way down. Awesome. That's actually my favorite mushroom to eat, but you need quite a lot of them. And there's just enough here. Yay! Isn't it gorgeous up here? I'd really like to make it up to a bench that's a bit higher up. I'm gonna go for it. I'll be tired, but hopefully I can do it. Maybe I should stop and have a cup of coffee. I haven't actually had breakfast yet. I have had a few handfuls of raisins, but haven't had breakfast, and I've only had one cup of coffee. I bet a second cup of coffee would give me the energy I need to make my goal today. Estoy tomando café con leche y azúcar. Salute. I got really cold boiling water for coffee. I didn't realize how cold it was up here because I've been exercising so hard. Now I've got to exercise some more to warm up. My fingertips are freezing. Here's my favorite moss. Pipe cleaner moss. Rhytidiopsis robusta. Love this stuff. We made it up into the snow, sort of. There's some snow on these little baby hemlocks. During a normal winter, we would have been in the snow for about a mile by now. We made it, and it's finally lunchtime, and we are both really hungry. Aren't we, buddy? Yeah. What's for lunch today? Something a little bit different. Smoked trout from my last blog. And this piece right here is all for Bella. And then these two pieces are for me, but Bella can have the skin. And Bella just loves anything that's smoked. She just goes crazy whenever I get the smoker out. It's just, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's smoked, man, she loves it. So let's see how much she likes some smoked trout for lunch. I better break it into little pieces though, because she's prone to bloat. Here you go, buddy. You eat too fast though. Yeah, you eat too fast. I'm going to make her wait a little bit before I give her the rest of her lunch. She doesn't want to get bloat again. Even though I was hungry, I didn't really enjoy that trout very much. It was not smoked quite hard enough because the weather was cold, and it was a little saltier than I like. But I'm done eating my trout, and now I'm going to cut into this package of blackberry leather. These are blackberries that I picked and then dehydrated. Added some sugar to them, I hope. And then I vacuum packed them to make them last. So this should be a really nice dessert. Fruit leather is so expensive, but not the way I do it. These are wild blackberries. This is great. It tastes like blackberry pie. So, blackberry pie and coffee in the mountains. Cheers. It's absolutely gorgeous up here. But our lunch break was kind of short because it's really cold too. There's snow in the trees, but not much on the ground, which is nice. Bella's ready to go. She was starting to shiver. It's definitely time to walk back down the mountain. It's 10 minutes to 3 and the sun doesn't set until 5:20, but just look at this visibility. It's just getting darker and darker too. There's all kinds of traffic noise down there. I think I even heard some beeping. I don't recall ever hearing this much noise on this hike before. I almost wonder if they're grading the road. Interesting, the noise stopped with a big backfire. Maybe it's just a really loud pickup truck. I think I heard maybe some music too. Maybe it's just someone with an obnoxiously loud truck blasting music while going up the road. I had to leave my down vest on though, it's still a bit chilly and I've got my hands in my pockets half the time. I should wear my gloves because with my hands in my pockets, if I fall, I could land on my face. But I don't think my hands will be cold for too much longer. We're dropping an elevation pretty quickly now. We've left the old growth now, and I guess we're about halfway down. I'm eating some homemade raisins. I'm hungry. That's good. Hopefully I lost some weight today. First water for Bella. I gave her some water up there, but she got thirsty eating all that salty smoked trout. Nice fresh mountain water. There's some beautiful deer ferns here. There's definitely less water flowing across the trail than I expected with these wet conditions. The other day I couldn't even go to my favorite fishing spot because there was so much water over the trail. This trail and the bridges were built and maintained by the Mount Rose Trail Crew. Great group of people. They're all getting up there in their years now, though. It's my understanding most of them can't even make it up Mount Rose anymore, which is maybe no big loss, as crowded as it is now. But thanks to the Mount Rose Trail Crew, we have all these amazingly well-maintained trails with bridges, and this is one of them. You can take the loop here. It's a 4-mile loop. I don't do it because I don't like people, but a lot of people do it. It's beautiful. It's got so many bridges. It's just gorgeous. I highly recommend it. Now it's back down the old logging grade, and I probably will take that cutoff down to the road, the lower cutoff. It'll save me about a mile, and I think I've gotten enough exercise for today. Okay, we made it back down to Richard's Glacial Erratic. That was 1 mile, but I think that was before they rerouted the trail for the new bridge. Not sure, though. I think it's still more than a mile to get out of here. I'm definitely going to take the alternate route out of here that cuts off just a little bit of mileage. My knee's been complaining since the start of this walk, and going downhill isn't making it any happier. I'm glad to be getting out of here well before dark, and I'm looking forward to having a nice meal tonight, guilt-free. I forgot that they planned on doing some thinning in here. I don't know if they still plan on it, but I see the ribbons are still up, darn it. Wish they could just leave things alone. We came this way, but we're going out this way. This is a much more direct route out of here. This trail was constructed when there was no bridge for a while the old bridge was being repaired, or the new bridge was being built, actually. And it utilizes the bridge on the road that goes over Big Creek. And then when they finished putting the new bridge in, this path kind of fell out of use. But the new trail they made to the new bridge meanders around rather excessively. It's very pretty, but it does kind of feel excessive, especially if you're just trying to get up as high as you can, as fast as you can, and aren't that excited about all the beautiful scenery down below. It's time to hold on to Bella as we approach the road. Here we are out to the road. I never really go that way on the way up, though. I just save it for the way down when I'm tired and I want to get out a little bit faster. We're on the 24 road, right where it goes over Big Creek. People drive pretty fast here. I guess that's some construction workers just getting off work for the day, so they're in a big hurry. So here's Big Creek again. This bridge doesn't smell as bad. It smells a little bit, though. It smells like exhaust fumes. Definitely got to hold Bella tight, though. And just up here to the left is where the car is parked. And I will be very happy to get in and sit down and turn the heater on. We are done and in the car. 9.2 miles with over 4,000 feet total ascent. But I think our actual elevation gain is going to be 2,200. I'll know for sure when I get home and can transfer this data from my phone to my map program. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure. I know Bella and I enjoyed it. She's all hunkered down. She hates riding in the car. She just hates it. It frightens her or something. She just hates it. But she'll fall asleep on the way home, then she'll be okay. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed our adventure, and I hope I can take you on another adventure soon, even with all the stuff I got going on. And until next time, hasta luego, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.